Good morning everybody, Simon here. Now then, great excitement as today in the post has arrived my new $10 Heli kit from Leadershobby.com. So I thought I'd just do a little unboxing video and see what we've got inside. It took about 10-12 days to deliver on the standard economy post, and I noticed that Leaders Hobby use Swiss post, which is a little slower than Hong Kong post, which some of the other Chinese vendors use. But never mind, it's here, so let's have a look. Perhaps, there we go. I say perhaps I ought to have had a crafty look first. Right, what we got. First out, bag of screws. Oh, that's interesting. A pinion gear. Now you don't get that in the Hobby King boxes. That's a nice touch. So they're just servo fixing screws. Tail boom, black. That's quite nice. They look quite nice in black actually, as opposed to silver or titanium. Tail unit, yeah, it's the same as the Hobby King one. It's the upgraded one with the brass pulley, which is quite nice. It's the same as the plastic V ones though. They work very well. There we go. You just have to be careful that when that the tail grip rotors are nice and square on the tail shaft. But, yeah, that's fine. Some double-sided tape, Velcro, cable ties. What we got here then? One-piece skids. Now these are quite nice. They're a little bit bigger, easier to see when flying, and yeah, I like those. Here's the head. Okay, we'll have a proper look at that in a moment, in more detail. Black tail blades, black plastic flybar paddles, and the vertical and horizontal stabilizer. Great, they look smart. Let's put the head to one side. Right, yeah, that's the box empty. What have we got here? A nice looking glass fibre frame. Let's get that out of its back. We got it here then. Main gear. Okay. Ooh, this is quite nice. A black plastic frame. Now I don't know whether you can see inside here, but the tail pulley again is the upgraded one with the brass pulley on it. Does that show? Just there? Okay. Yeah, it's a glass fibre frame and it's really nice and light. Very light in fact. In fact, I'd guess it's lighter than the metal ones, and that's a good thing in my opinion. Nice little touch here, look, it's got a shelf, a gyro tray or a receiver tray, whichever you want it to be. That's, see that? That's quite a nice touch. So it's a little bit like a V3 frame. Which leads me to wonder what the head is. Is it a V1 head from the XL, or a V2, or even a V3 clan? We'll have a look at that in a moment. What else is in here? Okay, the bottom plate. Yeah, that's the sort of rubbery plastic which is normal. Battery tray. Okay, I can see that's different from the Hobby King $10 Heli. And of course the anti-rotation bracket. and some more screws. Right, let's have a look at the head. On first glance it looks like a V1 head, but we're not going to know until we've had a good look inside. Right. Oh, first of all, it's a black swash plate. It's plastic on the bottom, metal in the middle. That's fine. Some of these on the Hobby King ones, the swash plate was quite loose. The base on the top, there's a little bit of play, but that's quite tight. That's okay. Can't promise that they're all going to be like that. Okay. Right, yes, this is something else you've got to do now. Some of these, it looks like it's brass bushings rather than ball bearings at the control arms, and yeah, the washout base mixing arms, control arms as well. So really what you need to do is you need to undo all of these before you build, and just make sure that the bushings are free. Lube them up, whatever, replace if necessary, but if they're stiff, it's far from ideal. So yeah, I'm going to, on the flybar seesaw, I'm going to need to undo these and have a look at those. But that's fine, that is par for the course with these plastic heads. Ooh, another nice touch here, it's got fixed length linkages on it, so no adjusting to do, no guesswork. These should be factory made to the desirable length, and it's got them at the top as well. So the only adjustments you'll have are the swash plate to servos and the pitch control to swash plate. That's great, that's a nice simplification. Right, you're just going to have to bear with me a sec, and I'm just going to get another hex driver. Okay, sorry about that fellas, I wasn't prepared. Let's have a look here then. I'll just undo the blade grip screws, and we'll see whether it's a V1 or a V2 plastic head. I wouldn't mind actually if it was a V1. The spares are cheap, it works quite well, it's easy to understand. Looks like a V2. Okay, that's not going to budge. Hello again everybody, sorry about that, I had to go and answer the door. Right, it's I've had a devil of a job getting the head apart. It was thoroughly factory thread locked. I don't know whether this shows up on the little fixed focus camera I'm using, but the Allen cap screws were just, well, caked in thread lock. It was nearly impossible to undo. I had to have it in the vise and use far too much force really. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's a V1 head. It's a 3mm feathering shaft, and I don't know whether this shows in here, but rather than ball bearings inside the blade grips, it's brass bushings. So it's been through the coin mill a little bit and cheapened, but that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, mine was rather a stiff head, you know, the grips didn't rotate nice and freely, so I had to undo it, I'd got no choice. I'll have to lube it all up and clean it up a little bit and put it back together better than the factory did. Yeah, I'll have to replace these screws as well, I'm afraid. I've just about rounded one of them. But yeah, there we go. So it's a V1 head. It's a very nice kit for $10. I think it will, well I'm sure it will fly great. The $10 Hobby King kits, which are very similar to this Leadershobby kit, are great. So yeah, enjoy folks, bye for now.